Alrighty, today I'm gonna be doing Tier Chains of Valhalla. It's a 2.5D platformer that's kind of like Mega Man in a way. You can double jump, you can dash, you can swap weapons to exploit elemental weaknesses. It also has a similar weakness system to that of Mega Man Zero, in that fire beats ice, ice beats thunder, and thunder beats fire. So this is a fairly short game, but there aren't a lot of people playing it, so I'm gonna play it today and try to get through the game in an hour or less, and hopefully it'll help you to try to get 100% of the trophies in this game, should you ever try to pick it up. The trophy list is fairly straightforward. You just need to beat the game, complete the tutorial, beat all the parts of the boss before defeating them, and improving the stats to the maximum. And then there's also a bunch of collectibles that you gotta find, and then there's beating boss rush mode, and there's also beating the game in 60 minutes or less. Although this trophy is kind of lenient because you can repeat stages and it'll record your best time. There's also this trophy, don't skip the cinematics and credits. So this playthrough is going to take a while just because of that one trophy. But I digress, let's start this game and hopefully we can get through the trophies in an hour or less. Okay, so like I said before, there's a trophy that requires you to not skip any cutscenes, so we're gonna watch all the cutscenes. We should start my timer, shouldn't I? So if you couldn't tell, this game is mostly based on Norse mythology, at least the characters are. However, we're in a futuristic world where everything's cybernetic. So the story is your Tyr, son of Odin, and I don't know what exactly what we're gonna be doing other than fighting bad guys. So you've got this cybernetic implant in your arm that allows you to shoot elemental bullets and whatnot. You can switch between three elements: fire, thunder, and ice. Kind of like Mega Man Zero if you played those games. So you can press triangle to dash, square to shoot, and And you can also press X to jump. You can also double jump. You are very sticky though, so you will cling to walls very quickly. When you start off, you can only take 3 hits, however. Also, what you can do is we can select level and we can skip the tutorial. We will be replaying the game at some point, so we'll be going back to that. Now there are a bunch of collectibles that I need to get. There's 24 of them and they're all in the main stages. There are 6 stages in total. And the stage that I'm going to be going to, Odin's Lab, has 3 of them, 3 collectibles. They're basically glowing purple cubes. Alright, so right off the bat I'm gonna climb up this wall and get one of them. And I'm going to try to get a couple of trophies in this first run of the stage, which is first trophy I need to get is to beat a stage without dashing and beat a stage without ever swapping weapons. You press L1 to swap weapons in this game, so we don't ever want to press L1 until we get the trophy. So the purple stuff there powers up your weapon. Now I can get like a stream of shots. There's also one down here. I gotta get rid of this guy. So you'll notice enemies have different colored health bars sometimes. Some enemies will have red health bars. Some enemies will have green health bars, some enemies will have blue health bars. That means that their health bar denotes their weakness. So if their health bar's red, you have to use fire to kill them, or it'll do more damage. Blue is ice, and green is thunder. Things will start to pick once I am able to dash. I just need to get out of this stage and not... I just need to get through the stage first. So I'm almost at the end. There's a good chance I might die here. Okay, never mind, got it. There's also a collectible up here, this wall, and that's the last collectible for this stage. Alright, so I should get a couple trophies, or 3 trophies for doing this. So that's 1, 2, so this is the first boss, and I need to just shoot at the center of that thing on the right side of the screen, and eventually the boss will come out and I will be able to hurt it. Okay, that laser attack is probably the worst thing that this boss can do. The rest of the attacks that it does is not too bad. Just keep jumping and firing the shots. And that's done. Beating our first boss. Okay, so now that our restrictions have been lifted, we can now dash. And these stages are going to go by a lot faster. So this next area, Muspelheim, there's 2 collectibles I can get, and you notice you only take 3 hits before you can die. So you really don't want to get hit a lot, but there are a lot of healing stations scattered throughout this stages, so it's not too bad if that ever happens. Also, I forgot to upgrade my stats, so let's do that. Luckily, I don't have to watch this cutscene anymore. So I'm gonna, the moment the stage starts, I'm gonna back out and then upgrade my stats. Right, so let's upgrade our stats. So I want the top one. Upgrading my stats, that increases my attack power. Every time you beat a boss, you get these energy cores that you can use to power up your stats. And there's a trophy for maxing out each one of them. Since there are only 6 stages, we won't be able to max out every one of our stats in the first playthrough, so we just want to use them to power up our offensive stats, because that will make things a lot faster, even though it'll... I mean, you can increase your max health if you want, but I prefer to do the stat that, you know, actually allows us to go fast. Alright, so I got my next collectible here. So when you go up here, there's a collectible over there. So that's all the collectibles you need in this stage. I also want to make sure I don't die, because there's a save point coming up. This part can be a bit tricky, but if you know what to do, you can just breeze through it. Alright, there we go. Let's kill this guy and that's it. Pretty short stage. Now I want to have thunder equipped. So for this boss, I believe. Oh, wait, stand up. You stand on the left edge of the second platform to the right, and then you can just shoot upwards. Okay. Sometimes he can get you. Well, I guess that doesn't always work. I actually do have to dodge his attacks. Alright. Keep shooting up until he dies. So, if he does that the first thing, then you can just wail on him. Now there is a trophy for beating him well and beating his parts, but we're not going to do that right now because, well, we'll do it during the boss rush. It's going to be a lot quicker to do so. Third stage is the labs. This is probably the longest stage in the whole game. Well, probably the second longest stage, I think. It is important that you upgrade your power before you do a stage, because once you max out your power, you'll be able to do a huge amount of damage if you're at full health. Now, upgrading defense will increase your max HP, but at this point, it's I'm trying to go fast, so I prefer the power boost. Upgrading speed will lower your dash cooldown. Also, your invincibility frames are very, very low in this game, so you don't want to get hit too often, because it is easy to be comboed. You can die really quickly if you get hit multiple times in a row. Okay, so here's the first collectible. There's 5 collectibles here. And I have to go down here so I can destroy this mechanism. Take a hit there, so I gotta go fill up my health. Alright, so there's instant kill lasers here. We don't want to touch them at all. It's one of the reasons why this stage will take a while. For first timers, because you will probably end up dying a few times. Alright, so that's another collectible. Oh, and also dying takes you quite a bit far back. There's another collectible. Yeah, this set of 5 lasers is kind of annoying to get through. I usually like to do 2 at a time, because if you try to, you can clear 3 in a single dash, but there's a pretty good chance you'll just end up bonking into the 3rd laser and dying. Okay, so you can actually duck in this game, so do that here to avoid getting killed. And then there's another collectible there. Then we have a save or checkpoint. We're out of the worst part of the level. This part is also kind of bad, but thankfully we don't need to go through this area more than once. Ah, for the love of... Okay. Alright, I'm in the clear. And there's our last collectible. It should be at 10. Now we just have to watch the cutscene, then we'll fight our next boss. Okay, so this is a fairly easy boss because we can heal. You want to keep your power up at all times, otherwise this fight is going to take a while. Just because he's got a shield, and the shield is gonna block most of the attacks. I mean, if you get hit, you can always go back to that left and heal up. I mean, it's not really a difficult boss, it just can take a while because of the shield. Alright, done with that boss. Now I need to sit through this cutscene, then we'll take on our next stage. Okay, so I upgrade my stats and then we go to Midgard. There are 3 collectibles here. Okay, so we're at a wide open area to start off with. Those flying enemies can be kind of annoying. So I want to scroll them off screen as soon as possible. Luckily you have a double jump and a dash, so you can just use that to easily go through them. And then I believe our next collectible is coming up. There's up here. Already got it. Oh god, this sets you so far back. Absolutely do not want to die here before the next save checkpoint. See what I was talking about with the invincibility frames? It's so easy to get hit multiple times in succession. You're also really sticky, which can make things a bit challenging. I'm gonna heal up to full here. Okay, so that's what really sucks. The save point was very close to where I died. There are a couple up there. Well, there's one down that hit, then there's another one up in that wall. Just kill that robot and we're good to go. Now for this, we want the ice power up. Okay, so this boss will mostly hang around the center of the screen and then die and go off screen to do some things. You want to mash it down when it stays at the center of the screen. If it goes off screen like that in a direction, you want to stay on the opposite side. It's going to do a dive move like that. Alright, done and done. Alright, gotta go upgrade power again. And then Yggdrasil Laboratories is the last stage I'll do mostly because the boss is a pain. I want as much firepower as we can get before we face it. Alright, so there is a power up. There's a collectible right at the start here. It almost requires you to fall that pit though, so I'll just get that out of the way. And then we can actually go to the stage. Then down here there is a collectible. And then over here is another collectible. Yeah, collectibles come by quickly in this stage. There's one more collectible I can get coming right up. So that's our last collectible. There's a healing station up here, so I'll use that. Alright. Now we face the boss, Nidhogg, who's a bit of a pain. Does it its attacks come out very quickly, and it also likes to cycle its weakness. So you can fire a few shots towards it, getting to get a few free hits in. So you just follow the weakness order, the weakness triangle. When it charges like that, it's gonna do like an electric attack. Okay. And we're done with that boss. Now that I've got 5 bosses beaten, I have to upgrade my power to max and get a trophy for my trouble. Now we can go to the last stage, and there are 7 collectibles here. However, all of them are pretty easy to spot. So after I finish this stage, I should be able to get the collectibles trophy. Alright, so this first stage, the floor is instant death, by the way. You don't want to ever go to the bottom. And the lasers are also instant death. So here's our first collectible. You gotta look for the door that's... You gotta look for that door that's got like 4 glowing things. So, like that. I'm gonna take this part a little slowly because there's a lot of enemies here and forget it. Okay, so at least I don't have to get the collectibles again, because that's what caused me to lose most of my health the last time. I will use this healing station. So it is a while before your next save point or checkpoint. You definitely don't want to die. Leave the checkpoints right there. Cool. Every time you see these, this usually means there's a collectible we had. Let me see. I might have missed. No, I didn't. Perfectly fine. There's one. There's a really tricky one up over here. Alright, so I'm done with my collectibles. So we gotta go up here and then destroy this machine. And then we're gonna fight the final boss, who's either gonna kill you very quickly or you'll survive and then kill him. I don't know if the final boss has a weakness, but I'm gonna go with fire because the final boss is Fenrir, who's typically associated with ice. Yeah, our objective was to fight this guy Loki. That's typically how it goes in Norse mythology. Loki's the bad guy. Alright, here's the final boss. He's gonna do like 3 jumps, and then on the 3rd jump he'll go to your position. That's the worst thing you can do, so let's try that again. So 3 jumps usually to your position, then he'll do like a chomping move, and then when he charges red, he'll zoom straight to your position. Oh, when he charges blue, he'll fire like a laser that you have to double jump and do a dash to dodge, because it does linger for quite a while. Okay, so that's it. Two tries, not too bad. Now I have to just watch the cutscenes in full, and then I'll be able to take the next step, which is the boss rush. Should get a trophy for sitting through the cutscenes and the credits. I can move on to the next step, so I just press continue. Then I go to the boss rush. So you gotta fight all the bosses in a row. Thankfully, if you die, you don't go back to the first boss, so it's not too bad. Okay, so with our max power, the bosses should go down fairly quickly. Also, your health does get refilled every time you start a new boss. Now I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to get rid of the parts of this boss. Alright. So that would have been a lot longer if I didn't have max power. Okay, so he's green, which means I want blue. Now he's blue, which means I want red. With max power, he should go down fairly quickly. Just like that. And then I need to have the fire grenades for this boss, so I can shoot over the shield. Oh, got hit. Unfortunately, if you get hit, you do lose your power-ups. I think it might be faster to just redo this. Alright, just like that. So much easier. You can actually shoot through his shield. Next up, we want this power up, and then we want the ice element here. Just mash it down. Might be able to kill it before it goes off screen now. Never mind. Okay. Still went down fairly quickly. Usually after he does two moves, he'll just go to the right side of the screen and do his energy barrier thing. Oh, this move is pretty bad. Alright. And that takes care of Boss Rush. So now I've done that, I just need to get enough energy cores to upgrade my stats to maximum, and then I also need to beat the tutorial. So we're just going to replay the quickest stages, and then yeah, replay the quickest stages, and then should be able to get the 100%. Okay, so that's the tutorial taken care of. Now I just need to kill 4 bosses. Then I will be good to go for the 100%. Even though I need 5 energy cores to upgrade my stats, I technically only need, well, you get a 6 energy core for beating the final boss, and then there's also the fact that each boss you kill gives a core itself. Well, I just need 5 because I'm gonna reload my save, and then when I do that, I'll be able to get if I reload my save, I can get my cores back, so I can upgrade my stats. Technically, with only 5 cores enough. All my stats, only 5 cores enough. And that's our second. Well, that's our first boss kill out of 4 I need. And since I'm already able to get since I'm already able to get through the stages with minimum HP, I don't really need to upgrade health or anything like that. I already destroyed this boss's limbs and got the associated trophy for it, so we're just gonna go straight for the main boss. Killed it before its axis could even reach me. Okay, I'm gonna go do another new game plus. And we're in the tutorial stage, so I'm just gonna select level and it'll skip the tutorial, just like I did the first time I started this game. Then we're gonna go back to Odin's Lab and then Muspelheim, do those 2 stages, and I should be done with the platinum. I mean, not platinum, 100%. Oh, that's probably the worst pattern it could have given me. Now, once I beat the boss of this area, I'm going to go back up my save and then use all my upgrades on one stat and then reload my save and use it all on the remaining stat I need. smash this boss down. That's all you need to do. Okay, once we go to the stage select, I will go back up my save. Alright, I should have 5 energy cores I can use on any one stat. So I'm going to use them all on defense and then re-download my save and use it all on speed. And that should give me the 100%. Okay, maybe I don't even need to do that. Let me see if I have my energy cores. Okay, I do. Oh, I messed up. Yeah, I messed up, so I need to start. You gotta be careful with committing to using an energy core so soon because there's no take backsies. Come on. Alright. Take 2. There we go. And with that, you should have 100%. Yep, and that's it for tier Chains of Valhalla. Hopefully this video was useful to you, and thank you for watching. Now